chase Liaki with the blue futon out of the box or out of the wall, whatever we're going to call it. We have, dang it, the dead lands. If you enter these lands, will you be dead? Or are these lands already dead? But what if the land is dead and the dead lands need to be dead because of the land of the dead, because of the death of the land? So the Deadlands, what's about? It's a very simple premise. Actually, two tribes. They're both at peace. However, one wants to start a war and take the other one's land. The one that they want to take the lands, one of them survives and goes to this place called the Deadlands, which is known for having monsters, for being just cursed because of all the ancestors. Well, he goes through it. He finds the monster. Will the monster help him revenge his tribe, or will they go down in burning flames in this land of the dead, or the Deadland? So, did I like this movie? I thought it was a unique and different movie. Just read what's on the cover, though. We have Peter Jackson going, the action is breathtaking. Performance is compelling. Don't miss it. Then we have James Cameron. Far more than a great action movie, it's great cinema. Then IGN, the fast scenes are fast, vicious, and brutal. Sure, you can say that, but I just think it is a decent action movie for what it's supposed to show about these tribes back in the day in New Zealand and how people just used to kill people all the time. Even people like, oh, if we got rid of guns, people wouldn't kill people. I don't think people realize, like, back in the day, like 1400s, 1300s, 800s, 200s, 1800s, people killed each other, scalping, knifing, rocks, these little weapons in here. So it's very interesting when I talk about the whole killings. Like, yeah, people would just kill each other for the shit of it, for taking other people's lands. So that's nothing to do with the movie. That has something to do with just the whole world as a general. How violence has always been part of the world, part of human nature. It is what it is. But did I like this movie? Like I said, it was an okay movie. Pretty decent action set pieces. Pretty decent acting. Pretty good cinematography. What was happening in New Zealand. But give me those little good nuggets. I will give you the negatives of the movie first. I think it's very formulaic. Unfortunately, the story is huge. Been there, done that as a guy getting revenge for his father's death, for his tribe's death. So he finds he's kind of a mentor in a land he's not supposed to be. And then in doing so, congratulations, gets the prize of revenge. So I do like revenge stories, but this one brings nothing new to the table, so that's pretty much a bummer. I do think the ending as well doesn't make sense, just because you have these tribes at each other's throats, ready to kill each other. They don't matter who it is. They're avenging fathers. They're avenging their tribe. They're avenging their lands. However, when you have an ending where one of the protagonists lets the other protagonist go and they just walk away, I just feel like that's cheap and it doesn't really bring a good resolution to the story, because let's be honest, if anyone is in that situation, they would fight to the death. Period. Squid Game style. So for me, the ending of the movie doesn't work as well. And like I said, just the story is very formulaic. And to me, the final negative would be the editing. I think the battle sequences in this movie are good. However, some editing choices kind of take you out of it, because they do the very jump cutty kind of combat in some of the fight sequences. While some of them are widescreen, you're like, oh, that's some good, movement with the stick, good movement with their little paddles that they use that slice people's throats. But then some other jump cuts where it's like very close into the action, you're like, okay, what's happening? I understand that, oh, that person got hit, but I enjoy the more wide shots of when it was, you can actually see the multiple people on multiple sides going at each other's throats, and you could see everything that's actually occurring instead of the, close camera kind of view of the movie. Other than that, I do think it is solid cinematography, good action set pieces when it is on screen, and the action is good as a whole. To me, it's very interesting that Shudder decided to make a season 1 of this movie. I don't think season 2 was ever going to be made. I didn't even know that until I was doing some research. But I think it's very interesting that they would continue this story in season form, just because how it did end. I could see it, but I think it's more of a hour-and-a-half movie instead of an 8-episode series. But I could be completely wrong with what they're trying to do with this story. But overall, I think it's a good movie, good acting, cinematography. But I think I went in a little bit hopes high just because of the directors, James Cameron, Peter Jackson, saying it's great cinema and everything like that. And then the rated R for brutal, bloody violence. I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more bloody violence. Yeah, some of it was pretty brutal, but I don't know. Maybe I just had my hopes up a little bit too high for what the cover and what everything was saying about the movie. So the Deadlands will receive a 3 out of 5 Futons, which equals that 60%. So see the correction scores gave this one. So you have critics a 70% with 53 of them, audience score 57% with over 1,000. Here's critic consensus. The Deadlands doesn't add anything new to the primeval quest genre, but its battle scenes boast enough visual thrills carry viewers through the more mundane moments. I have to agree, the action sequences were pretty good, but I don't know. Like I said, I just think the different things on the cover ruined it for me. So, 60, 70, 57. Chase Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know anything else Butanotopia. You Butonians, thanks for watching and have a great day. Have you ever been to New Zealand? Because I've always wanted to go to New Zealand. I think there's a cruise. Virgin has a cruise that goes to Australia and New Zealand, and I am very tempted to push the buy.